Alright guys, let's come back and let's do this quickly. So what are we doing here, right? What are we doing here? The reason I want you guys to do all this, the exercise and everything, because we want to fill these blanks. Remember yesterday we talked about the success is in the expert industry. Now you are in an expert industry, right? You are the experts. You're going to be the expert by this. You understand that bit. There is two things you need. You need a niche, you need your product. So we're building that now. And we're going to talk about the product after this, right? We build your product. But before I go, I just want to recap what we did yesterday. This is the competition for you, so work hard on this. If we have, Philip, that's for you as well. You didn't know that what happened yesterday. So there is a competition between the team here, right? What we do is, if you win any client, any new client, you need to put a message on our Facebook group, something like either you dancing or either showing emoji or something on our Facebook group, right? This is a competition. Everybody need to participate if you want to be part of that, right? Just because, just get that ball rolling. Let's get started. I've got one client, I've got two clients. Let's go doing that, right? The second thing is, when you get to a six-figure income in the business, six-figure in the business, or you add six-figure in your business, then we get to hang out with me and a few other people in the group who are in that level, and we do a strategy session for your business. We do a strategy. We're not going to just hang out. We do a strategy session for your business to the next level, right? How to get to add 100,000 more or 200,000 more, whatever you have, that's going to be the next level. But I want you guys to be into it, deep into it. Let's get the ball rolling. We need to fill these blanks. That's why the exercise is. You need to have your niche. You need to have your product. Then you're going to get the results. This is what we talked about yesterday. Remember? We have to have the expert market works in a way. There is a niche market. There is a problem which you know, which you understand by looking at those questions, by speaking to people. Then you provide a solution. All right? You want to look at it again? This was the, I think, where was it? Let's go back. I'll show you. This was the formula, success math. We can come back to this, but I'll show you the expert. This is the expert business, right? What does expert business look like? That you have a target market, very specific group of people. You must find their pain and you must find their desire. That's your target market. That's your niche, what we talked about, what the exercise you're doing. Then you have your product. We're going to look at the way you design the product. The product is your promise to that solution, to that pain, to that desire. What are you going to give? Design an offer. What offer are you going to give it to them? We'll look at it the way now we're going to look at it, right? Less time of yours and repeatable. We looked at it. Then results, right? That's the formula we need to fill. These are the blanks we need to fill, okay? Just to let you guys know, we're not doing this exercise just for the sake of doing it. We're filling these blanks, okay? So let's look at it very quickly. Now where we at in MVP? We want to design your product. We want to design your minimal viable product, because MVP, this you need to understand that we're doing this MVP so that you can take your idea to market quickly. Don't waste your time into it. And there you go. That's what it is. MVP. What is MVP? Mistakes everyone makes more and more. So this is what I meant. So what people think, they need to give more to their customer. And I always thought that I need to give more. More and more and more, because when I started my first training company, that was a technology training, I started the first time thinking that I'm going to teach people only Oracle. While I was building my website and everything, I just added SQL into it. Then I added Linux into it. Then I added Windows into it. Then I added pretty much everything into it. So I thought more is better. When I made Tribox, when I started this subscription company, started for one thing, just the nappies. I wanted to give nappies to people, which was pretty cool idea. Do it nappies, subscription based. Then I added pretty much everything you get at Kohl's. Right? Can you see the difference? Now, more is not good. We think more is better. Our client need more. Our client does not need more. They just need a solution for their problems. That's no more. People don't care about you, they care about themselves. Right? Learn that people don't care about you, they only care about themselves. Let's look at the example. We all think that we need to spend more time into it. You walk into a dentist's office, density charge, say that I'm going to charge $1,000 for 15 minutes. You say 15 minutes and $1,000? Dentist can say, I'll still charge $1,000, I'll take 2 hours. Right? Would you want to stay 2 hours in that pain, or would you want to get it done in 15 minutes? Right? It's the same thing. Which one you prefer? So your clients are in pain, or they want to get to desire quickly. So spending more hours by you thinking that does not help. You thinking you are a boy or you thinking you are a girl so that you can't do this business, that's your perception. You thinking that you want to spend more time into it, that's your perception. Take the hours out of the work. You're not there to the time you're going to spend and assessing that this is how much I'm going to charge. No, it's about the pain, it's about the desire. It's nothing to do with the time you spend.
It's about the effort.
Not about the effort. It's about the pain, it's about the value you add. Not about the effort, it's not about you.
I was going to say a good example of this was projects. Like if you look at projects when they introduced the agile method.
Yeah.
Right? Getting away from waterfall, which took ages to deliver, 3 years to get into a release.
Yeah.
Whereas agile started bringing small chunks, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, quickly do it, right? Get it done. So let's look at this. Expert business. We talked about this. This is how the expert business look like. You have a present client who are in their present stuff, present state. You're taking them to the future. That's the gap. An expert, they're looking for your advice to fill that gap. Right? They're not looking for more. They're just looking for somebody to help them to take there. So the time and the hours does not matter. You can take them in 1 day, you can take them in 10,000 days. It's up to you. You charge the money based on the value of the pain, not about anything else. Remember that, right? This is the main thing. You need to understand that. You need to embody that, because we all come to the environment where we charge based on the time you spend. Right? Based on the time you spend. No charging based on the time you spend. Nothing to do with that. You charge based on the value you add and the pain you solve. Alright? Just to keep that in mind. So let's design the minimal viable product. What is MVP stands for? Minimum viable product is to the market, right? We all use it in corporate world. This is very famous in MVP. It's nothing to do about reporting, billable hours, timesheets, codes, all that sort of stuff. Nothing involved in that. We're not doing all that work. We're not doing all that work in this space. You're not spending time on the reporting, how you're going to report stuff, nothing at all. MVP is simple delivering the service to solve their problem. Not about everything else on the side, right? Get customer and help them to get results. Everything else is a waste of time. Remember what we said yesterday? You will be tempted to do everything else. You won't be tempted to do the supposed to be doing. What are you supposed to be doing? You'll be tempted to do everything else. Means what I was doing. Facebook, Instagram, social media, because you're doing for your business. You'll be tempted to do a lot of stuff which you're not supposed to be doing. But don't waste your time. The only thing you're looking for is get a customer and solve their problem. Everything else is a waste of time. Everything else is a waste of time. Get your customer. You need to have a strategy to get the customer. By just putting a post on LinkedIn is not getting your customer. Does it make sense? By putting a post, it might be your marketing strategy for long term, but has to be a strategy, not just randomly doing it. You see, the Jagism is a strategy. It's not just randomly creating a video because I like it. Nah, I stopped doing that work. Last year, I was putting a lot of posts there on LinkedIn. There was no strategy of just putting posts there, spending so much time. I stopped doing that. So make sure you don't spend time doing things which you're not supposed to be doing. Let's create your MVP. Your MVP. Now, rule number 1, talk about the transformation and results, not about what your skill are and technical lingo. Talk about the transformation and the results. What are you going to give it to them? Then now talking about them. For Sandy, get a job in next 90 days. They don't care who you are, what do you do? They was like, holy shit, I want to know that. Get a job in next 90 days. I help people get job in next 90 days. Just an example.
Yeah.
This is a very clear message. You're saying to them, I help people with that. Get this stuff. My thing came out of that as well. I help people, or I help experts create 7-figure business. Right? Rule number 2, price on the value, not on the hours. Price on the value. How valuable it is for somebody to create 7-figure business. How valuable. Very valuable. If somebody's starting a business, they want to get to million as quickly as possible. There is a pain, right? How quickly somebody wants a job? Very quickly. Less time of you in a long run. You might just do it today. The goal is less time of you, and you can repeatable process. Remember what I said? Less time of you. Don't want to keep spending time on that. You do this, create a product, release the product so that you can do something else as well. Less time of you. So this is how it needs to look like. Number 1, talk about the transformation. What are you going to give it to them? What are you going to do for them? Remember what I said? I changed the setting on my on my page, on my website. Before that, what it said about me. I am entrepreneur. I am business thing. I am this. I am that. Right? It changed from me. Now I change from this to that. Yeah. How I help you. Nobody cares about me, right? Nobody cares about what I do. They don't give a shit. Right? Nobody cares. They only care about themselves. So I help people doing that. You need to do the same thing as well. So we need to create that for you. So done for your service. This is, you're going to start from here. You do for people. Some of you guys are experienced in that space. You might not do it. You might go to the second level. Remember what we talked about yesterday? The services. This is the services. Done for you, you start with. Right? Done for you. It means that you do it for them end to end. Start from here. What do they desire? How can you get them there with done for you service? What is costing them to stay where they at? What is the value this service will bring to them? Price you done for your service between $1,000 to $2,000 per month, right? This is what you price. This is just an estimate for you. Say for example, Sandy is there. Let's example for this. Done for your service. Your CV, your LinkedIn profile, your first video, all done for you. We created for you. You do it for them. You give them the script. You give them everything. You give them training. Bring them in a room for a day. Do all that for them. You do it for them. Done it for you. Right? You do it for them. Then charge them the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever you want to charge. What it does is, people don't need to worry about, you don't give them the instruction to do it, you do it for them. This is how you start. You do it for them. Right? You create your product based on that. If you're selling advisory services, if you're selling some sort of advisory, what is the desired situation? How can you get them there in 3 months? What is costing them to stay here? What is the value of them achieving this transformation? So if you are in a cryptocurrency advisory place or some sort of consulting space, what is their desired situation? How can you get them there in 3 months? What are the things you need to do? Do you want to do something with me, or do you want to do something done for you kind of service? You need to decide, but you need to give them results very quickly. Very quickly. What is costing them to stay there? What's the reason they're there? What is costing them? Is it $1 million, $2 million? What is the value? Right? If they don't get it done in next 6 months, what's the cost? What is the value for achieving this transformation? What value they add? Right? Will they add 100,000, 200,000, 50,000? What value they add? Then you can know that. Then you can say that I'm going to charge $5,000, $20,000, $40,000. You need to know the questions, the answer to these, so that you can base the price based on that. So let's look at this again. Let's look at this. First one is very generic, right? I don't want you guys to be in journal space. You need to have a niche expert. To start with, it's going to be junior, right, to start with. But you need to start it. You need to be a niche expert after that. So where we talked about this, done for you service, this is coming at, firstly, at this space. Right? This is very junior. You're becoming that. You start with that. It's definitely going to take you between $100,000 very quickly. If you do it, play really well, junior, it's going to take you that level. We're talking this. We're talking business. 100,000 if you can't make it next 3-4 months, it's just going to be like, there's no point, right? You find, yeah, very quickly. It has to be really quickly. The engine need to run really quickly. We're creating an engine, right? We find if you haven't made that much money, people not paying you for that means that you haven't found the right market. You haven't found the right pain yet. You have to find the right pain, right? You have to find the right pain. So what if you are not confident about your target market? Yeah? We are in the beginning. We are all in the beginning doubt our target markets. We all do that. I doubted myself 100 times. Everybody does. Grass is not greener on the other side. Grass is always greener where you water. Okay? Means that you have to walk. You have to start doing it. Tony Robbins, world's #1 strategist, started with 0. He doubted 100 times from his ability to deliver as well. He doubted himself as well. He started, old video, if you look at it, he was very basic. Like he didn't even know how to speak properly. Like, his was everywhere. If you look at now, he's very polished. Even he doubted himself. He didn't get it right for the first time either. He was doing health. He was doing something else. Look at how many ships he has jumped. He started with the healthcare. He giving people the advice how to be better healthy, or healthy in a way. How did he got started? He said he was using this healthy diet. He was really, anal about eating good food. And he said people need that advice. He gone out and started giving people that advice. So initially he just talked about health, nothing else. Then he had the relationship breakthroughs, and he talked about relationship. Then he had business breakthroughs, and he started talking about business. So he transformed himself, his life, throughout the career, right? He did it as well. So everybody doubts. You're not the only one. I doubted. Everybody else does. We all do it. It does not mean that you don't need to start. You start as well. From the same place where you're at, and then you tweak it, because we can't stare at a parked car. Market is judge of everything. Your assumptions don't matter. Take it to the market and wait for the response. It's like a ping pong game. You throw it in the market and let's see what comes back. You throw it in the market, let's see what comes back. Take it to the market and wait for the response. Market will tell you what they want, and you change according to the feedback. You learn and adapt. You learn and adapt. You learn and adapt. Right? That's what we do. We become scientists. So this is what it's going to look like. Offer. Let's talk about your product. We talked about this skill set. We talked about market is the main thing, right? Remember what we said yesterday? This is the main thing. Now we're talking about your product or your service, right? Your offer. What are you going to talk to them? Now let's look at the offer. All offers started with guesswork. We all start with guesswork. Means that something, like, we start with this is, I believe they will need it. Based on the forums I read, based on the people I spoke to, based on my past experience, I believe this is what they need. We all start like that. If you're thinking like that you're starting like that, we all start that way. Everything starts from a guesswork. Yeah? You can guess what Steve wants for dinner, or you can ask him. Right? But when you have a clientele, when you have a client, when you start something, now you started to get a client, now you know that you can guess what he would have for dinner tonight, or you can go and ask them. Like, find exactly. You can't just directly ask them, like, what's your pain, what's your problem. You need to have the questions in a way they answer themselves. Why people fail? They just think and start the business the way I did it. I just thought of an idea and I just gone and started it. Business model is based on I think they would like website, so I give them websites. They think it should work from day one. Making no changes based on the market response at all. Not changing the model at all. Really, this is the way I want to do it. I'm just going to do this way. I'm not going to listen to the market. So this is how it's going to look like. Target market is static. Leave the target market static. Once you identify it, say for example for Sandy, she identified that students or people who are coming out of the university, that's my target market. I need to offer them something to get them a job. The end result is, desired outcome is job, and this outcome is we know the target market. They just final year at the university, right? And this is the desired outcome. We all know that, and this is perfect kind of market example. So what happens is your product, your offer is going to be variable. Both are static. They want the result. We know that. They're studying in a final year in the university. Their desired outcome is job. This is a static. That doesn't change. But your offer will change. So what do? Add in different offers. See which one works. Right? So your brain can't find all the answers. So my business, this is my business. Looks like this. Based on real scientific data, no assumption, you just stack on the offers. You replace the offer because it's a variable and add on other things. You might go to market and say, they might need help with CV writing. You don't know, right? So you give them this offer. I'll help write CV for you. Yeah, get you a good job, right? But then they do, but they still don't get a job. Like, hang on, I'm giving you an offer. I think CV you needed, but you don't need CV. Okay, let me see. You might need help in interviews, right? So you add an offer on top of that and see if that works. They get them job. No, that doesn't work either. All right, I think you need help with the mindset. You add a bit on top of that and see if that works. And that get them the job. You're like, okay, this is 3 things works. So this is my offer now. Right? Yeah. That makes sense? Yeah. Is it clear? Yeah, cool. So this is what it is, right? So based on real scientific data, not just based on the assumption. You start with the guesswork, you add an offer on top of that, and you say, this is my offer, this is how it looks like. Right? And then what do? You add or change based on scientific data if you're not getting the results.
This also becomes like a research and learning as you
It is a scientist, right? Yeah. We said it earlier, become a scientist. Not an artist, become a scientist. Because when you become a scientist, you can replace the offer, you can add the offer, you can top on top of that. You know that because we know the outcome we're looking for to get them a job. We know that. So if one doesn't work, we add second. If second doesn't work, we add third. We do something. Our variable options are our offers. So your market niche, what is the niche? What is your niche? Exactly what we talked about. The people who are studying in a final, what is their current situation? What is their desired situation? What is costing them to stay where they are? What would it work to get them the desired situation? What is the most niche participants doing trying to bridge that gap today? What are the most niche service provider offering to bridge that desired solution? This is what it is. We need to design your niche and we need to design your product, right? So let's look at it this very quickly where we are. So the 2 things we can do, right? I can get you guys to do the exercise now, or we can look at the message to market and we can do all together, or you can do it at home. It's up to you. What do you want to like? Do it at home? Are you guys going to do it? Yes? No, yeah, you sure? So we do the, right? You're going to be doing it? Yeah, okay. Let's do a message. Sorry? This exercise. 150, page number 150. Yeah, fold the page. You do it at home. Make sure you do it tonight. So
it's now, you know how it's different to the first one, the first set of questions we did?
Yeah.
So we'll say, what is the niche? So we choose it now out of all those niches we thought.
Yeah.
Like 4 to 5.
Yeah.
We are now defining
Yeah, you're defining now. So before that, what you liked, the 4 or 5 things you liked, now you're defining it. Right? So now you define exactly this is what your niche is. 150. Yeah. So now you're clearly saying what's their current situation. So if your niche is the student market which are studying at the final year at the university, that's one niche. Or your niche is that market who don't have a job and they're looking to get back to work. Could be anything. Could be young students, could be the people who want to get into workforce.
We just migrated them. They don't know.
Yeah, there's some, or people who just migrated, right? That could be the one. What is their current situation? They don't have a job. They just migrated to this country. They need help in that way. What is their desired situation? To have a job. That's their desired situation, right? What is costing them to stay here at that level? Costing them pretty much everything. Low status in the family, society. That's the main thing what we talked about, status, right? If it's a male, then loss of alpha status. You know, male, right? Male wants alpha status. If male staying at home, that's the way our society has been designed, they're losing the alpha status. So you know that they're losing the alpha status, right? Right? So that's what the main thing is. So they're losing that alpha status. That's what's costing them, which is pretty big thing. Now see, the market is pretty cool now. They're pumped up. If you give them really good product which achieve that, so because you know that they're losing their alpha status, they're going to be doing anything to get that job. Yeah? Because every male or everybody wants to have that alpha status, especially the male one. All right, so fill those gaps and see.
So stressful for me.
Stressful?
I said it's so stressful for guys
Yeah.
rather than girls.
It is. They made it up. Like, it's all, they make it up. It's a story.
What I do pretty much at my home is like, yeah, like she's just doing it. And because my younger brother, he's just passed out and he's not having a job.
It's a, yeah,
What the fuck are you doing with your life?
yeah. So it's just the stories we've been telling.
Yeah.
Society. Yeah.
Yeah.
By his own values.
Let's look at the message to market, guys. This is probably the last thing tonight.
Yep.
And we do this. And tomorrow we're going to talk about blockchain in the morning. That was the first thing. Right? So the message to market. What is the message to market? Why it is important to sell the future? How do you construct the message? Everybody need to understand what you're trying to tell them. If you don't know how to speak to your client or potential client, they don't understand your language, it's just going to be hard to speak to. Message to market is my message to market told in a way that my market understand via right channel. I want to speak to them in a way that they understand, not the way I want to tell them, the way they understand it. Yeah? The way they understand. Your message in tune with your market, then you get their attention. Money follows attention. Oh my, this is, whoever wrote this, I didn't write it. This thing, money follows attention, I didn't write it. But something, it popped up in my that head on that day when I was doing the slides, and I said, genius. It's not mine, certainly not mine. It came through from somebody. I don't know where I read it, but when I was doing this slide, it came at the time I put it there. I said money follow attention. Now you look at it. Money follow attention. I just said it. Anybody who's got attention today has got the money.
It's attention economy.
Did you get it? Why Kim Kardashian are millionaire billionaires? Why Khloe Kardashian is millionaire billionaire? Right? They have the attention. They have the attention. Money follows attention. You make people and take their attention away to you, good or bad way, money will follow. Money follows attention. Remember that. Money follows attention. If you're trying to stay invisible, it's going to be hard. Today's world, right? Social media and everything. Money follows attention. So your message, you don't need to spend more time in like creating videos, but you need to create attention. You need to create your marketing in a way that sort of captures the attention for people. What most people are doing this. Remember what we talked about? What most people are targeting? 20% of the people. Right? This is what people are doing. Most people are doing this. They're trying to yell at you at this level. I fix backs. I'm a chiropractor. I'm a this. I'm that. Come and listen to me, and I'll do it. One of the other things I've seen it again and again these days. It happens on so many times on social media. I can't believe why people are doing this. That is the worst thing to do. Why would you do that? They don't know how to do the business. Come to me, I'll show you how to do it. Have you seen it? People criticize other people. Yeah? They don't know how to do sales. I know how to do it. Come and check it out with me. Their product is not good. Mine is good. Come and check it out. Their car is not good. Ford sucks. Come to Holden. Holden's the best. All that do that. That's a scarcity. That's the way they do it. Because whoever does this kind of marketing does not work anymore. Does not work. That probably worked 20 years ago. That does not work. Don't criticize other people. Do not criticize other people. Learn from them. Learn from them. No criticize anybody. Most people are doing this today. What is a good message? This is a good message. If I ask you girls, which one would you pick? Which one would you pick? Which one? $34. Same flour, same everything.
I think it's the other way around. If you ask the husband, they'll pick the $2 one.
That's why I didn't ask the husband.
His husband is a friend of God.
Yeah, that's why I didn't ask the boys.
You buying $2 problem. That's it. You're buying a problem, not a solution.
Yeah. So you're buying a problem.
Your wife is going to throw it at your face and you'll get the dinner.
Yeah. So
For a walk around you go for a walk around the house and cut one from the neighbor's garden.
and wrap it up and wrap it up
Put the ribbon.
and do all that
Magic.
and sell it for 34.
Yeah, right.
Right?
You can do $34.
But I think the end goal is to look at it, same flour, same everything. It's available for $2. You get it from anywhere. But if you want to sell the same one flour, it costs so much. Right? That's the message. So message is pretty good. Solution to a problem. People don't buy your hours, they buy solutions. So sell solution, not your hours. If you're saying I'm going to charge this because I'm going to spend 10 hours on that, nobody gives a crap. Right? Who cares about 10 hours or 20 hours, whatever you're going to do? They're looking for the solution to the problem. So good message. A good message get your target market attention and understand it that you can help them to their desired future. Your good message has to be in a way that when they're standing in a present situation here, standing here, they know that you're going to be helping them to get here. Nothing else. No fluff, nothing else. They don't care what your qualifications are, nothing else. If you tell them you're going to help them with this, that's it. That's what they're looking for. If you tell them exactly that you're going to help them with the accountancy of the cryptocurrency, exactly, I help people to save tax or do this in a crypto world, then they're going to listen because it's a very clear and simple message. You don't do any other fluff stuff on top of that. Very clear, very precise. What do you help people with? Let's do some exercise. This is the exercise. What keeps your client awake at night? Write the list of the problem. Now select the most painful problem from the list. We want to quickly do this. Let's write it down. What keeps your client awake at night? What keeps your client awake at night? If you or your client or you think that your client sleeps really well at night time, it's a wrong target market.
Like one of my clients said was financial markets, right?
Yeah.
Right now, the regulators are keeping all the clients up.
So what keeps them awake at night? Write down the list of the problem. What keeps them awake at night? What are the problems? Yeah? What keeps your client awake at night? Write down the list of the problems they have. Now select the most painful problem from the list. What is the most painful problem they have? If you think they don't have any problem, you haven't looked at the right target market yet. Because everybody, as we said earlier when we started yesterday, have a current view of the world, desired situation, and they have a desired future. We all are moving. You haven't found what their desire is today yet. Everybody is moving. So if you haven't found it yet, that's where the time we need to spend a bit of time finding that. Yeah? Now the next one is, can you help them? Do you have a solution? Can you help to solve that problem? That's on the next page. Can you help them? Do you have a solution? If the help them answer is yes, what solution do you have? Can you help them? Do you have the solution? Good. What's your target market? What keeps them awake?
So I've got two target market.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is business. I work with small, medium. I work with medium businesses
Yeah.
turning over $10 million or above,
Mm-hmm.
privately held.
What's the desired situation?
Desired situation that the owner wants to break free from the working in the business, working in the business.
The one on the business. Yeah, okay. That's a desire. Cool. That's very good.
So that's a desire. So what keeps them awake? So few situations, sometimes cash flow issues.
Yeah.
And they, having to manage everything and lower morale and the growth stuck.
Operations.
Yeah. And the biggest issue that they feel stuck, but because they are the participant in the problem, not observer, so they're unable to change.
Very good. That's perfect. Very nicely done. Very nicely. Like that. Absolutely good.
And number two, my niche market is I start up blockchain businesses.
Yeah.
And the niche market is people who have an MVP,
Mm-hmm.
who have a ethical team, and are buying into their idea.
Mm-hmm.
So their problem I could see is number one is low on funding,
Mm-hmm.
low on working capital, and they have a unclear strategy,
Mm-hmm.
and also their biggest fear is project fail, which they waste their time,
Yeah.
and the investors lose all the money.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's very good. Very good. So do you have a solution for this?
Yes.
Yeah? What's the solution?
So for this, so basically for the current market in these medium businesses, so I call myself the orthodontics for businesses. So
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
So basically, I don't put the braces on and walk away like other consulting firms, which you deliver the PowerPoint and piss off. And
Yeah.
tell them something they already know. But what I do is I create the process. I act like a doctor, so I align teeth, work with them
Yeah.
to make sure they complete the journey. At the end of the journey, and the owner be able to break free from day-to-day operations, and the business will be able to be. So the businesses will be self-sufficient.
So you work with them at certain period of time to get their desired result.
I create product for them.
Yeah.
At the beginning, for the initial 3 months, I'll do a lot of stuff for them.
Done for them,
and
yeah.
After 3 months, I work with them.
And you look at
and
overview.
I build a management team within who they have. If they don't have, I help them to get more talents in.
Yeah.
So I sustain the business in about 6 to 12 months.
That's good.
Yeah.
So did you guys notice it, the way he sort of done the entire work? Very nicely done in chunks, and also looking at the other stuff what we talked about yesterday. Did you notice it? Very nicely done. Yeah, pretty cool. Very nicely done. Thank you. Anybody else? Yeah, Simon, how did you go?
Not that good.
No. That's okay. Share. It's nothing about that. That's how we're gonna learn. We're gonna change that, right? We wanna. If that's not really good, we need to change that to make it at least we can use it.
So I've got what keeps clients awake at night. So I've got two sort of target markets: individuals don't understand investing in the space.
Yeah.
And then the business owner looking to expand or get to a certain destination.
Yeah.
Write the list of problems. They're uneducated. No
Yep.
investment strategy. The business is stagnating. Business owner involved in everything as a participant, not as an observer.
Yeah.
Most painful problem for the list. Probably the last one is stuck as a participant.
Yeah.
Can I help them? Yes. Create problems and strategies, and then help them execute the plan.
Cool. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah. So I think now you got to look at it because, as we said yesterday, right? These 3 days we're going to design stuff. Now it's going to be time to work. And I can guarantee that if you guys worked for somebody else, even you ran your own business, you haven't done creativity part in last many years, it's going to be a freaking big challenge. You're going to be not like it. You're going to reject it. You don't feel like doing it. This is something you need to break through. You need to break through that. If you not doing it, if you don't know how to do it, ask questions, but you need to break through this personal challenge, because to run a business, this is a breakthrough. You need to have it so that you can give the breakthrough to the clients. You need to have this your personal breakthrough. It's not about the money, it's about the person you become, right? So that you're becoming somebody. You're not that same person. We all are in the same space. You have a crunch situation, and this is your desired future. You know what the biggest problem is? Identity crisis. You know identity crisis? We'll talk about tomorrow, but this is called self-sabotage. You know self-sabotage? How we do it?
We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. This is the current view of the world. This is your present. And this is your desired future. You want to become a business owner who owns $1 million business. Just an example. You want to own that. You don't want to work for somebody else. This is your $1 million business. You want to run that $1 million business. This is your desired future. To run a $1 million business, you need to become a person which you are not today. Right? So when you're here, you're standing here, you want to become that person which you are not, you need to shred that identity. And you need to have this identity which you don't have it today. And this is, we call identity crisis. You want to be somebody which you are not. And we talk about tomorrow how not to self-sabotage.
And I think that's what kind of makes all the doubts in your mind
Yeah.
in the background. Like I myself is an example. Like I'm not able to kind of advertise this business because I'm thinking, oh, people are gonna, what are they gonna think? Is it
Yes.
like, and in the background I know it is good, it is gonna be good, but it's like not able to.
Yeah, because this is an identity crisis.
What the hell I'm gonna do?
This is the identity crisis. Because you're here and you want to be here, and there is a gap. Right? And now you need to, the best way, we'll talk about how not to do it. It's a tomorrow's self-sabotage. Most people are not successful because they do self-sabotage. They kill themselves. They kill themselves because they don't understand this concept. I want you to understand this so that you don't do it to yourself. I can teach you how to make a lot of money, but this identity crisis, that need to be, that need to be fixed.
Oh, did you call?
The phone was on pause. Okay, somebody opened the door for me.
Oh, good.
Otherwise, I would have just banged it over you.
Oh, that's Jack's fault. He actually.
What did I do?
He was talking.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Actually, it didn't ring.
It just goes on voicemail all the time.
So did you,
Downgrade.
Yes. I don't know.
Had a moment now.
yeah,
I'm gonna call myself
okay.
a business
Somebody else will
orthodontist.
Blames Jack anyway.
business orthodontics. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Wow.
It's a mountain peak.
People gonna
You
say,
claim
"What
it.
the fuck?"
What the fuck? Yeah,
That's attention, right?
that's attention.
That's attention.
Yeah.
That is the attention.
Yeah.
Good. I love it.
What the hell is business coach?
Oh yeah, everyone's a business coach.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right? Yeah, good on you. Good on you. Very nicely done. I like that. Right? These two things which we always talk about, guys, this is humans. You need to understand humans. You are human too. The last time I checked, and I'm human too. This is we all doing. Grunt, desired, gap. We all have that. We all have that. We all have that. Your clients have it. You have it. Everybody has it. That's the reason we go and shop. Because we want to get to the desired future. That's the reason people fill up the gyms. Because they want to get to the desired future. That's why people buy cars. That's why people buy double-story houses or single-story big houses. Desired future. That's why they have mortgage for $1 million. That's why. Desired future.
That's me.
Someone's future.
That's self-sabotaging.
Yeah. Right?
That's one thing I stopped myself, not take that very big knowledge.
All right. Everybody's got a desired future. You including. I'm including as well. We all are humans. But you need to understand your clients have the same thing. Give them what they want. Give them what they want. So, product, we design the product in a way. So, this is what expert business look like. We talked about it yesterday. You have a target market, whichever you have. Now you have your product. We're going to design the product. Exactly what are you going to be offering? Tomorrow morning when you come, I want the product. I want the MVP. I don't want the technique. I don't want the analytical brain talking to me tomorrow. Right? Now is the time to go to work. Right? Unless you want to work for somebody else for the rest of your life, you need to go through this pain. And that's you need to do it. I can't do that for you. You need to do it. The only thing I can do is help you get here. So you need to come up with the product. Product. I can help you what it needs to look like. So this is the target market. Your product, your solution, you're giving people the results. This is what it needs to be. I help to dash by doing what? This is mine. I help target market to desired result by products. This is what it looks like. This is the fill the blank you need to do. I help my niche market to get their desired results by doing this. Yeah? This is what you need to do. I help my target market, whatever it is. I help accountants. I help cryptocurrency investors to save tax by using my experts quadrant or something. You need to provide that, right? So I help these people. This is you're going to be message to market. This is where the LinkedIn going to come in. Right? This is where the Facebook is going to come in. This is where your website is going to be coming. The reason I didn't use website earlier, I didn't do that because I know you didn't have this. What are you going to put? You're going to put all the crap which I was doing it so many years. Right? Who cares about you or me? They just want to care about what you can do for them. Now this is a message you need to give it to them. I help students or overseas students get a job by using my 7-step method. Something like that. I help experts build 6-figure by 90-day expert mastermind program. This is, I just put it there, right? This is what I do. I help experts to build 6-figure business by 90-day expert mastermind program.
I thought it was 7.
No. I can't give them 7. They can't get 7 is crazy, right? If I talk to them 7, they're going to die. I can't give them $1 million first.
But what is 6-figure business?
A 6-figure could be 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I'm just. This is just an example, right? This is just an example. I put it there. So.
I think it's good to make it more realistic
Yeah.
rather than say going all the way.
Yeah. This is start. That's why I said 90 days. I help people get there in 90 days. You need to do the work. That's why I'm pushing hard now. I want to push you guys hard. And if you're feeling the push, because of that. Feeling the push? Yeah, I know. He's feeling the push. Right? Feeling the push. Now there is a push because I need to push you guys. Right? If that doesn't work, just kidding. I'm pushing you guys now. Let's go, guys. Now let's do it. Right? Because theory is done. A lot of theories we've done. We talked about theories. Every other MBA is a theory. Let's do the work. That's why it's not a 3-day program. That's why it's a 90-day program. We need to work. Now we need to get back to work. Right? All these has, we talked about it. Most people, what they do, they talk about this. I am this. I do this. I own this. We are this. About us. We are the accounting firm. We are the programmers. I am the IT guy. I am this. I am that. Nobody cares about us, right? They care about what you do for them. So So this is what you need to do as well. So make sure that your message to market is there. You want to do that. I help certain people do certain things by doing your method. If you don't want to put last one, that's fine. But for the sake of completion, please put there because we want to know your product. So if you say, I want to get people job, I want to know when.
In 90 days.
Yeah, in 90 days or 12 weeks or in 30 days. Something. Right? You need to do that. Right? You need to do that in whatever time. You put a time frame in.
Is this something you actually advertise? Does it sound
Absolutely, you will. Yeah.
That's your one-liner.
One-liner message to market. Remember what I said earlier? This is a message to market. This.
Mission statement or something?
Now, it's not a mission statement. It's just a message to market. It's just simple message which your target market understands. I help experts create seven-figure business. I help experts create seven-figure business. If you create or if you think yourself as an expert, you will look at or check it out more. Right? Does it make sense? Yeah. So this is very simple message. I help people do this. I help people. They don't care about I have MBA or not. No. I used to have the message entrepreneur, business analyst, business mentor, executive mentor, ICO advisor, all that. They don't care. Nobody cares. Right? So we only care about other people. I mean, other people only care about themselves. They just want to know what you can do for them. So you need to craft it. So the exercise is you need to fill these blanks. We need this. So tomorrow morning, we're going to do it tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning is what's going to happen is we're going to talk about blockchain business. I want to give you a blockchain business model. We talked about all the other stuff. Now I want to bring it to the blockchain work. This world. If you want to become an advisor in blockchain, what do you need to do? What are the steps? Yeah.
What page was that? I do. What page was
I do? Which, sorry. This one is 162. 162.
Homework is 150 and 162, is it?
Now just wait. I'll tell the homework very quickly later. But let's talk about tomorrow morning first. Tomorrow morning, we're going to talk about blockchain business itself. And we're going to be talking what are the steps to acquire clients and what are the services. If you want to work in a blockchain world, what are the services you want to offer? If you are in a blockchain space, you need to talk about your niche, your product, your solutions. Come up with something as a guesswork. Let's get started.
In blockchain.
If you are in a blockchain, right? Like Sandy is not in blockchain, Alka is not in a blockchain. If you are not in a blockchain, you do what you're supposed to be doing, what you do, right? But if you are in a blockchain space, bring your product.
Is it in the blockchain space or you want to move in the blockchain space?
No. It's what you want to work on next. When you start on Monday morning, what do you want to do? For 90 days, what do you want to work on? So what you want to work on, whether it's a blockchain or whether it's something else, do something. My suggestion would be, and this is my suggestion, disregard it if not. If your existing business does not work, if you don't have an existing business model and it does not work at all, it's going to be really hard to add blockchain on top of that. Right? So if your project management business does not work today, has no clients and you don't have that in that space, adding a blockchain bit on top of that is going to be hard to sell unless you come back with tomorrow with really perfect niche. When I say perfect means that really good understanding of what his niche is. Your understanding, not the market, your understanding. If you say your niche, what your product is going to be and what you're going to be giving to them as a result, then yes, do it. Absolutely do it. But we want to make sure that these things are really well covered in your presentation, in your mind, your niche, your product, and their results. Really crystal clear. Yeah? No, nothing at all. At least you have a crystal clear. You know that you're standing here, you're going to walk this path till that far. And you're going to do your best to give them the results. If there is no client comes on board, if you can't execute anything, something happens, we tweak it.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about, you can tweak the offer. offer can be tweaked, right? Remember this one.
Okay.
Your static market, this is static. Your target is static. Their results are static. Nothing changes. That's what they want. We'll change the offer. Yeah? Does it make sense? Cool? Are we cool? Yeah? Okay. So what are we looking for tomorrow morning? I want you guys to do two things tomorrow. 150 page number 150. Page number 150. These are the questions you need to answer. I'm not going to listen to these questions. You don't need to share with us to get to your niche. So you write it down. You write it down and discover it. Discover it. Tonight, go into your secret place in the house, wherever is a quiet place. Sit down there with this book on your lap, on the floor, if you prefer that, and find a way. If you don't know, ask. Ask and you shall be given. As a good book said, right? Ask and you shall be given. Ask that, whoever it is or she is, whoever you believe in. Ask that question. Ask a question that you're looking for a niche, which one you think. In the morning, you will have the answer. Believe me, it works. Sorry? You'll have it. Go to sleep with that question. You'll have the answer in the morning. Right? In the morning, wake up early, write it down. 150, page number 150, and the market message is same. Which one? Where we go? This one, right? This sentence I want. So 162, I want this sentence tomorrow. Right? Because I need this sentence to complete for you to actually do the work. Tomorrow we're going to talk about blockchain, but we're also going to talk about this stuff. This is recipe paradigm. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. So this is main stuff. We're going to talk about this. Kill the monster.
Yeah.
We're going to talk this about all this stuff.
Did you say you wanted these?
Yes, please.
You wanted these written down and emailed or
Oh, no. Bring it here tomorrow. Yeah, bring it here. That's fine. So we're going to talk tomorrow about law of that. We already talked about sales today. Then we talk your model. How you're going to go to the market. What method are you going to go? And I'm going to give you my method. And we're going to prepare your plan. This is what we already talked about. I'm going to talk about the plan. This is what it is. Let's look at a plan. We talked about this, right? I'm going to give you this tomorrow as well. $1 million business secret. This is the plan. Right? We talked about the $1 million secret. I'll talk X Factor branding. And blockchain tomorrow morning we'll talk about it. And we're going to talk about the business. This is what we're going to talk about, daily action quadrant. So what happens is we look at the 3-year vision. What do you want to do 3 years? We go back to 1 year. Then we come back to 90 days. Next 90 days. Then we come back to daily action. Nice?
Yeah.
It's really hard for people to do daily action. We said deliberate action. We want to create a deliberate action. And we want to have the accountability on Facebook group that yes, we want to do that. This is tomorrow before we leave. Right? So at the end, I would like you guys to fill those questionnaires. We'll do all this ICO stuff, exactly the same thing. But I want you guys to have plan and have your calendar entries done tomorrow for the daily action you're going to take every day for next 90 days. Yeah? Whatever that might be. We'll figure it out tomorrow. But that's going to take you to your 3-year goal. We're going to reverse engineer. We're going to come back from 3 year to 1 year to 3 months to daily. That's what we're going to do. Right? Alrighty. So that's the end of the day. Let's open up for questions. First and most important thing, 3 things what you learned today.